May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive.
Thank you, Amy and Cydney. We are so grateful that you were willing to come and share today. Happy Sunday, friends.
Sunday.
Got some visitors in our sanctuary today, and I need you to know that I like people to talk back to me. Y'all got to talk back. So good morning, my friends. Happy Sunday.
Good morning. Happy Sunday.
I'm so delighted to see everybody today. This was if you're visiting, our music minister is away this week. She had planned to be away the whole month. Some of you are hearing this for the second time. She'd planned to be away for the entire month of July, and then her plans changed, but I had already booked some live music, and Amy and Cydney were gracious enough to come in and perform today, and not perform, to help us go within. Right, music is an important part of our Sunday experience because music is a divine idea. Maybe. Joy is a divine idea because we can all agree to what joy is, but some people are like, music, because some people don't like to chant. Did y'all know that? Some people don't like to chant. I can't imagine that. Some people don't like chanting. But today's talk is called Good and True Point of View. There's a Bible verse about that. Y'all remember that? Whatever is good and true, focus on these things. Good and true. Divine ideas are good and true. Ed Rabel says, Ed Rabel was an educator at Unity Seminary. And he said that divine ideas are those ideas that are transcendent that we can all agree upon. Can you imagine everybody agreeing on anything? But we can all agree that God is love. Right? We can all agree on that. No matter what sanctuary you might be sitting in or not sitting in today, we can all agree that God is love. But some people, what is music? Yeah, anybody know what this is called right now? A harmonium. This is a harmonium. You have one, don't you? Do you have one, Peggy? You don't have a harmonium.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. See, I knew Peggy. She's like, I knew Peggy probably had one. Okay, so harmonium. Everyone identifies a harmonium with Indian music. Is that common? Yeah. But the harmonium is actually, was first developed in its earliest stages. It was developed by a professor at the University of Copenhagen a long time ago. His name, I had to print it out because I couldn't remember this, Christian Gottlieb Kratzenstein. He was an academic, and he experimented with the effects of electricity on the human body, and it is believed that Mary Shelley was so fascinated by his research that he became one of the inspirations for her classic novel, Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein. Those that know. Okay, so this harmonium, we identify it with Indian music, but it became that way because the harmonium was created because We all share a divine idea of joy. We know that feeling inside of joy. One of the ways that we get to joy is through our music. Yes? We love the music that incites joy in us. We love music that incites this transcendent experience that touches us in a place that not everything can. Some things like beauty, but then music can be beautiful. Art can be beautiful. These things that reach inside and touch us in a way that transcends words in many ways. So the harmonium I can't remember his name again. We'll call him Frank, Dr. Frankenstein. Frank created this instrument, and then it got changed and modified, and all these different things happened. And so the harmonium was actually based on harmonies, and playing it with two hands, and air blowing through reeds. And then the organ came about, and we created the organ, and then the harmonium fell out of favor. Or the harmonium was even an instrument played in the Appalachian Mountains that I call home way back in the day. But in the late 1800s, 1875, a gentleman bought out his version of the Indian hand harmonium, and it was half the size of the European harmonium. And one thing that is really different about the Indian harmonium is because Western music, that music that we are so accustomed to hearing, is based on harmonies. It's even in the name, harmonium. See, Indian music is based on melody, and that's why Amy and Cydney, when she has hers, can pump with one hand and just play the melody. You don't need two hands to play the harmonium because it's based on the melody. See, this instrument in India was not favored. Can you believe that? We identify it with Indian music because if you've ever been to a kirtan, you see harmoniums and sitars and all these other amazing instruments. But see, this divine idea of joy is not, you don't have to, we don't all share the same idea of how to get to that joy. And so in India, All India Radio, which at one time had the monopoly over commercial radio in India, banned the instrument from the airwaves from 1940 until 1971. Can you believe that? They banned this instrument. Now, if there is an orchestral performance that includes a harmonium, they will play it, but they still will not play a harmonium solo. They're crazy. Who knew that this little instrument could cause such a political divide? But see, our divine ideas are the one thing that can unite us beyond anything else. And so we have to decide, what are divine ideas? What is good and true from all points of view? Charles Fillmore wrote about them in his book, The 12 Powers. Our prayer chaplains are reading about them and diving in deep to understand these 12 faculties of mind. Faith, strength, power, love, will, understanding, zeal, release. There are more. But these are all divine ideas because we can all agree that order is something that we look for in this manifest world. Or is it that we look for disorder? Are we looking where we want to see that, that's not the way it should be? We should not be chanting on Sunday morning. Anybody ever had that thought? Because sometimes we misuse even divine ideas. The one that I struggle with is will, because sometimes, the misuse of will means it has to be my way. Some of y'all know that. But see, it doesn't have to be anyone in particular's way. When we get down to the truth, the divine idea that lies underneath all that we do. And when we can remember that everything that we are doing and everything else that someone else is doing is coming from a place of love, then we can find that place where we agree. And right now, I want to agree. I want to find a place of love. Because I don't need to add any more friction in the world, because there's enough of it right now. There's enough animosity in the world. There is enough struggle in the world. There is enough manifesting that what we need to do is just love. Should be a song about that. Your power resides inside you. We read that this morning in our daily word. The power rests within you. These gemstones within, this truth, this awakening of that wellspring of life, substance, and intelligence within is calling for you to reach down into that spring and pull forth. To pull forth love. Right? Because love is all there is. I mean, we said that in our 5 foundational principles. There is only one power, one presence active in the universe and in my life. God, absolute good and unconditional love. And God is unlimited. And in consciousness, you are unlimited in limited ways, because we are limited. We are in this physical manifest experience. We are unlimited in limited ways. And if you want to argue for your limitations, guess what? You get to own them. You get to live by them. You have so many divine ideas available at the core of who you are, the truth, resting within that wellspring that's inside your consciousness. Right? That wellspring is not an organ in the physical body. We get this, right? Because we are not our bodies. We have a body. And at some point, no time soon, I hope, for any of us, but at some point, this body doesn't continue on, but the truth of who you are, as an individualized expression of Christ's mind, you are eternal. And if you know the truth of who you are is eternal, then what are you waiting on to use the divine ideas at your beck and call? They're here now, ready for you to open up and accept them and channel them into the world. And the way you use that divine idea, well, not everybody's going to agree that that's the way you're manifesting that divine idea is in fact divine. But you know that it's coming from love, right? Because have any of you ever gotten up and said, I know that this idea I have right now is based in evil, and I want to smite someone. And so I'm going to do something really, really ugly. No, we all do what we do because we think it's the right thing. And when somebody thinks they're doing the right thing and we don't, then we get to practice forgiveness, because that person that's doing that thing that is wrong, and I know it's wrong and I know it's not divine, is simply mirroring something for me to heal within myself. because we are already whole. We are already healed in consciousness. But our task in this evolution that we're in, this transition that we are making from Adam consciousness to Christ consciousness, that's what our whole scripture is about. Learning how to live not as Adam, but to live as Christ. Is learning how to forgive, to be the presence of love, to turn the other cheek, to turn water into wine, to know the sweetness of life and of love, to be the presence of joy. So that's what you've got to do this week. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Let me hear it. Yes, I am. I'm ready to live as a presence of joy, to be the presence of love, to be the very best Christ I know how to be in this moment. That's what we're here for. I'm going to stop wasting time, and I'm going to do it. Some days my best is better than other days. If you need a refresher on that, go read the 4 agreements, right? Always do your best. Some days our best is better than other days. And focus on what is good and is true. Love is all there is. Say that. Love is all there is.
Love is all there is.
Love is all I am. Together, love is all I am. And so it is. And so we let it be. Thank you, friends.
We're going to sing a song called Home by Lulu Moon. Home, I am home. I found a place to heal my soul. It is right here, we found it here, between the hills, the stars and the sun, the river so clear, the river so clear. Home, I am home. I found a place to heal my soul. It is right here, we found it here, between the hills, the stars and the sun, the river so clear, the river so clear. Home, I am home. I found a place to heal my soul. It is right here, we found it here, between the hills, the stars and the sun, the river so clear, the river so clear.